Okay, so let's talk about quizzes. Quizzes are an important part of your grade overall, so make sure that you're keeping up. And here's some information. All right, so where can you find the quizzes? The quizzes are always going to be in the modules, and each week I assign 2 or 3 quizzes. And so as we're going week by week, just make sure to look at that week's modules and to complete those assigned quizzes so that you don't get behind on those. So in order to see the quizzes, you must first purchase your textbook and then enter your textbook code, and the quizzes will then appear. They'll populate in your Canvas page. So without your textbook purchase and that code, all you'll see is a little box that says, do you want to purchase? So make sure that you've done that as soon as possible so that you can get started on all of your assignments. And each week you'll see a couple new quizzes show up, and you can have those available until the end of the semester, but it's a good idea if you space them out and just make sure that you complete those weekly quizzes by Sunday of each week so that you stay on track. The good news is that you can return to those quizzes from previous weeks and continue working on them to improve your scores. So if you got a score less than, say, 70%, and you wanted to go back and continue answering questions, you can get your score up little by little. So feel free to do that. You have the whole semester to do that if you want to. The quizzes will lock on November the 30th. That means all the quizzes will shut down and you won't be able to take any of them again, and those scores will be your final scores on the quizzes. So I'll remind you, but keep in mind that date. Okay, and then finally, just a few tips. You must complete 10 questions in your quizzes to receive a score. So you might wonder, oh, what's going on? I answered 6 times, but I'm not seeing a score. So once you get to 10, your score will appear. And then your grade will automatically transfer to Canvas. And if you keep working on the quiz and your grade changes, it'll automatically update. So you don't need to worry about telling me or doing anything on your end. Just take the quiz. As far as our grade for our class goes, each quiz is translated to 10 points toward your final grade. So that'll add up. I think we have 20-some quizzes, so that's going to be between 200 and 300 points total. So they are important. Just make sure you keep up with those. Okay, and I have just a couple videos back in Canvas, so you can see the tutorial on what the actual quizzes look like if you're curious. Good luck on your quizzes, everyone, and just make sure you're patient. Keep trying. It's a learning process, so it'll take a little time, but you definitely will learn from these quizzes. Thanks for listening.